Welcome back, broasters. This is gonna be my part 2 for my second hands with my first hand. Second hand, my dumbass. My first hand with the Wii U part 2. There are certain things that I missed on the part 1, so I'm gonna try to, explain all of the things that I missed on my part 1. You know what? On the first part, I just said how awesome Wii U was, and let's start with some complaints on this one. You know what? Just spread some haterade, if you know what I mean. Let's begin with the freaking loading times on the console itself. You know what? I can try to show you. And I've tried certain apps on the Wii U. The Netflix, the YouTube, the Hulu, the game itself. If you want to go into the game, everything takes a shitload of time to load, like close to fucking 30 seconds, sometimes 40 seconds. I've actually waited a minute just for the disc to even read. That's with the system. Now I'm not just gonna blame it all on the system, but sometimes the opening games, or it could be updated with the patch. I'm not sure, but I have played a game called Epic Mickey 2 on Wii U, and that game, do not buy it on Wii U, because that game is it chugs. It just chugs. The screen tearing and oh my god, it looks like that. It could be a bad port. Again, I'm not just gonna blame it all on Wii U, but that is something you need to pay attention to when you got a or launch game with your system. Besides that, let's just try to show you the Netflix app. See how long it takes. Right there. See how long it takes. On the PS3 and Xbox, by this time it would already be loaded. But just watch. It takes forever to load. But I do have to tell you that the Netflix app is kind of similar to the other consoles, but it's kind of better. It's kind of I like the way it feels on the portable itself. Since you got another touchscreen on your hand, it's kind of easier to browse through. You don't have to press the button. You can just go along with the screen itself. So that's a plus. Besides the loading point, but you see, it's still loading. That is something I don't like. Well, okay, I can press boom, boom, boom. Watching the Blue State Mountain for all of you guys who haven't seen that. Oh, it's funny as fuck. Alright, you know what? Let's try to quit this now. See how long it takes to quit. See? And it got that fucking annoying voice too, but whatever. I'm not gonna cuss. This the loading time. They need to patch that. It gets real annoying. It shouldn't take that long. It's supposed to be next generation console, Nintendo. It's not supposed to do this. Ah, finally on the screen itself. Then you got the please wait sign. Another complaint. That was the first complaint. The loading times. The second complaint. If your gamepad decides to run out of juice, or if it's out of battery, it's kind of cute when the little me does on the screen. When the battery on the Wii U is low, okay. And while you're playing a game, you're not actually paying more attention on the damn, gamepad. You're watching on the TV. It just turns off. There's no signal on the TV saying, "Hey, your gamepad is out of juice. It's gonna go off." I was playing Super Mario earlier, and guess what? Boom! Right in the middle of it, it just turned off by itself. Second one. What was the other complaint that I have? Well, third complaint, and this is the weirdest one of them all. The eShop. Nintendo shop. Let's go in it. Now, if most of you who are about to buy this console, or you are thinking of buying this console, you already have maybe PS3 or Xbox or any other console, okay? Now, if you notice, every other console, you have your own account on the system. So if any purchase that you make goes to your account. So if you happen to, let's say, if something happened to your console or some shit happens and you go to your friend's house, let's say you make you another account in your friend's console, you can actually go to your account and boom, all the purchases that you make is right there. Now, I've searched for this on the net and I'm not sure, so it's not a complete complaint because I'm not sure about this. But it's still not clear to me yet, because this is the way it goes on the Nintendo DS itself. I think every purchase you make on Wii U is tied to the console, not to the account. So if something happens to my console, guess what? I gotta send that shit back to Nintendo for it to get fixed, so they can put that shit back on it. which I find really stupid. Even if I have one another console, why would you even give me an option to make another user on a console if I can put my shit in it? I don't understand that. You know, it should be basic. Even a fucking iPhone does that. So for the near future, I am not gonna download any games from eShop unless I'm sure that, hey, it's tied to my account. It doesn't matter if your console goes bad, you can actually buy another one and boom, all your thing is right there. So that's another complaint. What other complaint do I have? Do I have any other complaint? Nope, that's all that I have. Yeah, that's it. Wow, I thought there was gonna be more than this. But apart, what the hell? No, I'm trying to quit this, fucker. Go back. Trying to make me look bad. WiiU menu. So besides that, everything else works just fine with the WiiU. Besides that, and I'm still waiting for other apps to show up on the store, and I can tell you, it will be a blast. It will really be a blast. I wish PS3 Vita. Yeah, PS3 and they did something like this with the PS3 itself. As much as I love that console, I wish they would integrate something like that, you know. So that's the only three flaws that I've seen that I feel like I should be sharing, and I'm not even gonna start with the hard drive because it comes with a freaking 8 gig, and you know, I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't know that when you buy an 8 gig console, it's gonna take 5 gig just to create your own profile and the update. So you're only left with 3 gigs. You're not gonna do anything with it. And if you want another one, you gotta go outside, buy a new external hard drive, for which they say should be externally powered, because they're not sure about the WiiU handling an external, you know, they're not sure how much power can go from WiiU to another hard drive. So they are recommending to buy another hard drive externally powered. Now, I don't know, one of my subscribers, I think he kind of pointed out that you can use 2 USB to power it, but still you're gonna end up using 2 free USB for it. Here's another thing for all of you who actually owned Wii and actually got games from Wii, the previous version. Any game that you're gonna transfer from Wii to WiiU, it's a one-time deal, and you can you know, copy your games from Wii to a SD. It's got its own. I don't know what the methods are. You can go and, you know, Google that shit and you'll find it. It will copy that shit in the SD card, and you put your SD card in the WiiU, which is why there's an SD card there. Use SD spot there. Mumbling over my own words, man. I just had my big dinner. The game. This is how it goes. The game does not load from the SD card. It temporarily copies the game from the SD card to the hard drive and then plays that shit. By the time you're gonna do that, it's gonna be too fucking long. You know, that's just pain in the ass. And one more complaint. What was that? There was one more freaking complaint. What was the problem? Okay, yeah, I remember. Another problem was I tried putting my DVD and my Blu-ray into the WiiU. It doesn't support either one of them. Maybe it's just my disc. It doesn't support the DVD or the Blu-ray. I think it's some kind of proprietary disc they got in the WiiU itself. So that's another negative there. What else was there? Here's a small problem that people that have already bought the WiiU, you're gonna come across this problem because I did. After you make you set up your WiiU with your own network system at your house. After your initial sign in, next time you're gonna turn on your WiiU, it will not recognize the network. So for that, you know what? I'm just gonna look at the description below. I'm gonna post the method to get past this, which I do think they need to patch this shit, because it was in Wii itself too. Because I ran across the same problem in Wii, and if I'm not wrong, in Nintendo DS too. I'm not sure. No, I think it was just the Wii. I ran across that problem. Yeah, Wii U got the same problem too. You know, you gotta set up your own IP address and all that stuff. You know, it's got all that crazy shit. I'll write it down at the bottom. So if you're having that kind of trouble, just look at the description below. I'll post it on the bottom. Just do that, and it will sign in after that just fine. No problem itself. So that's all I have to complain about. I'm I got mixed feelings about it. If you're one of those Nintendo fans who cannot live without a Nintendo product, go buy it. And maybe they'll patch it later on. You know, if you already bought a Wii, you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, if you're one of those who already got an Xbox and PS3, I will actually wait another couple of months, let the price go down another $50 or $100. If it goes down, maybe 50 bucks, maybe 50 bucks, you know. They're already selling it for a loss. But if it goes down another 50 bucks, go get you some, grab it, because you know they're gonna bring out some first party Nintendo games, which is actually a pleasure. That's it. That's all the gripe that I have. Overall, I'm happy with the system. There's this little gap. I hope they patch this shit in, especially the one with the. Oh, there's one more thing. For some reason, the disc doesn't read the game sometimes. Like sometimes you can put the disc itself, the WiiU decides not to recognize it at all. Period. Yeah, it has happened to me twice. I'm not griping. It's actually that has happened to me. I think it's with the Super Mario U. I don't know what happened. It didn't work, but then it decided to work. I don't know. Maybe. Whatever it is there. Yeah, if I had to rate this system, I'm not a freaking reviewer. Personally, I would give it an 8. That's my thingy. But it's a good console, you know. You can go buy it. If you already got an Xbox and a PS3, wait for another few months, let the price go down a little bit more, and then go get you some. Yeah, that sounded dirty, huh? Go get you some. So that's it. That's all I have to say, and this will be my end of my mini review. So if you're interested, I will post a link to my Let's Play on my Super Mario U, which I got going right now. I also got PID going itself. Comment, like, and do subscribe, bro. I'll see you guys later. Peace.